Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. Now I've been buying sneakers for a while now, for like 4 years around there, and I built up a pretty good collection, if I may say so myself. Now I'm not saying I'm a sneakerhead, because I'm not. I'm like far from that, but I just like buying shoes that I like. But I was looking at my closet and I took a step back and I realized that the majority of the shoes that I have were hyped. I mean, if you look at my shelf, I got some 750s, some Wave Runners, some OG Power Phases, you know, Bone Sale, React 87s, Bread One, Shadow Ones, you know, it's all hype shoes. And then some time ago, Kanye released the Alien 380s, but you know, myself and like majority of everyone else, like who took a dub on that honestly, but we all took L's, right? That was actually a shoe that I really wanted because it was finally a new Yeezy silhouette, and the look and design really did catch my eye. But after that, the 380 Mists were set to release. I really wanted them. A lot of people were saying they were bricks. The Reflectives, apparently, they did really bad resale wise. But regardless, I still wanted them. Now, the day before the release of the 380 Mists, this resale prediction Twitter account that I follow dropped their guesstimation. And as predicted, the resale value wasn't guesstimated to be that much, especially because the reflective versions weren't doing too hot. Now, I wasn't tripping about that because I didn't want to get the shoe for resale anyways. But what really shocked me were the comments below the picture. And they were like, oh, I gotta cancel my registration, oh, these shoes are bricks. And then on the day of release, when they weren't selling out as fast as people thought they would, people were like, man, I gotta cancel my order, man, good thing I canceled my order, man, these shoes are trash, bricks, blah 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 blah. Now I know that these comments happen all the time, but reading them made me realize something about myself, and it's that my taste in shoes was easily influenced by other people's opinions. And that right there is the toxic mentality that I'm trying to change. And because of this, that probably meant that the majority of shoes that I have were bought with other people's opinion in mind, which I think defeats the purpose of having your own style, because then it technically really isn't your own style. It's like half yours and half someone else's. Because of this, I am trying to change my mindset. I'm trying to buy shoes that I do genuinely like. I'm trying to make sure that I don't really take other people's opinion into account, because if I like the shoe, that's enough for me. I don't really need anyone else's opinion on the matter, because again, it's my own taste and style. Now I want to show you guys a couple of shoes that aren't really that hyped, or maybe one is a little bit, but I really did want these shoes. I bought them for specific reasons, so let's get into it. Boom. The 380 Mists, I did get them. I did cut the tag off, so there's no reselling and there's no returning them, because I really do like the shoe. Now maybe people don't like it because, you know, it looks like digital camo or something, the pattern happening around the shoe. But when I first saw pictures of the shoe, that wasn't the first thing that came to mind. The first thing that came to mind was the colors. It just has a bunch of earth tones, very neutral, just something that is definitely in my ballpark. Now because it does have a sock upper, it probably wouldn't look that great with like baggy pants, because I can only think of wearing comfy or tapered, slimmer stuff. But who knows? I just got this shoe. Maybe there are some baggy pants out there that will look good with this shoe. But regardless, here's the shoe. Now this next shoe wasn't really that hyped. It was restocked a bunch of times, but it was something that really caught my eye when I first saw it. And it was a colorway of a sneaker that I wanted for years, like before I started this YouTube channel, back when I was in high school actually. But here we have the Air One Pine Green Lows. I've been wanting for a long time, but for some reason I never got the chance to cop one. A green low top shoe. I don't know if you guys remember that video like a long time ago, but it was called Hypebeast. Dang, what was it called? Hypebeast City?
If you don't own a pair of Nike SBs, you're a fucking douchebag.
But he, back in the day, was my inspiration. Now at the time I didn't have money, so I couldn't really afford all the stuff that he had. But he did have green shoes, and he wore it with like so many outfits because it was so versatile. And I was like, man, I really want a green pair of shoes. And it wasn't until I saw pictures of this on Twitter recently, I was like, yo, it's my chance. So when I first saw pictures of this shoe, I just had to cop it. I really wanted it. I mean, I did, of course, look at the comments. People were like, oh, yo, those are trash, blah, blah, blah. But regardless, I still copped it. Now, there are some downsides of this shoe. Like, I wish the material was a lot better than what they use. I mean, they have patent leather on the toe box as well as on the sides, and I'm just not a fan of patent leather. It's just too glossy for me. Also, the green areas, I wish it was not this material as well. It's like nylon, you know, like a backpack strap, you know what I mean? Like that's what it really is like. Just a little bit more smoother, a little bit more shiny. Even has the same sound, like look at this. But looking past the materials, overall, it's a really nice looking shoe. Colors work very well. Celtics colors. I don't know if you guys are fans, but I'm a Warriors fan, but I don't really care. I think a lot of people don't really know how to style green exactly, including myself. Like, I'm still learning, I'm still experimenting. And lastly about the shoe is that it's comfortable. So it's comfortable, looks good, just I wish it was made out of better material. Now the last shoe I want to show you guys, I actually copped the shoe a long time ago. I made a video about it too. I think I called it like y'all are sleeping on the shoe or something like that. But I got the shoe right here. Bam, these are the something 77 blazer mid greens. I forgot what they're called exactly, but hey, it's another green shoe because I'm telling you, I really wanted a shoe with green like this. This shoe wasn't really that hyped. I mean, it was restocked a bunch of times, and usually when shoes are restocked like that, people are like, oh man, I really don't like this shoe, I'm gonna dump it on StockX for like retail price. But I wasn't complaining. I copped this shoe off StockX for like 10-15 bucks above retail. Now what really made me buy this shoe, it was like back in 2008. No, I think it was like 2010 or 9, somewhere there. My friend, she came in with a pair of white and black blazers. I'm like, yo, those are sick. But I didn't have money at the time, I didn't have a job. And then time passed, I kind of forgot about them until I saw that these were releasing, and then I remembered how much I wanted the blazers. Now obviously these aren't the black and white ones. By the time of me copying this, I really was into like the whole retro look. I mean, I still am, but this color green gave me that retro vibe, and it was a Nike blazer, so I had to cop the shoe. But these shoes and like 1 or 2 other pairs, and I guess not really including the 380s, these aren't really hyped, and I'm really glad that I copped them. So when it comes to buying new sneakers, I will try to take my own opinion into account more than others. I also had that mentality, if a shoe was GR and ended up becoming GR, it was a no for me. And the main reason was I did like the exclusivity of it. I like having shoes that other people either have a hard time getting or can't get, stuff like that. Just like, hey, bam, I got the Yeezys or something, you know what I mean? That was kind of another toxic trait I had, I guess, and I'm trying to change. But there's nothing wrong with it. You know, I gotta say that, there's nothing wrong with having that mentality. But I think it is good to have a more open mind, a more open taste to shoes. And in doing so, will help push the boundaries of your style creativity. Does that make sense? No, probably not. But that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Hope you guys found this information informative in any way, shape, or form. If you guys did like it or found it helpful, hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. Also hit that sub button too. I'd really appreciate it. All you new subs out there, I appreciate you very much. But anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.